welcome to the latest edition of The Insider, the ongoing video series that keeps you up to date on all things IPW. I am the voice of Independence Pro Wrestling, J-Rod. This year's Blackout was among the craziest events in IPW history, and it began with the semifinals of the tag team tournament to crown new champions. House Bison met the Youpers in round one, and despite the fans on their side, the Youpers went down, and House Bison would move on to the finals. Brutus Dillon has been on a roll lately. Dillon would line up with CJ Cole. At Tough Luck, Jeremiah Goldmain offered CJ Cole the opportunity to join the GIP. Although Cole didn't say yes, he didn't say no either. Brutus Dillon pulled a fast one on the referee and picked up another win to extend his streak. CJ Cole, on the other hand, was left with even more reason to consider Goldmain's offer. IPW Championship #1 contender Chad Alpha talked about his title match with Jamal King coming up at Defiance that absolutely destroyed Jack Serious in singles action. Alpha is ready to show everyone that it's Alpha time. The Skinwalkers had to pull out of the tournament with an injury to Tommy Rinks, so the spot was filled by Gunnar Wicks and Brutus Dillon. They took on the team of Max Morrison and Mondo Real. Real, most recently tag team champion alongside Jimmy Shalwin, looking to become the first ever three-time tag team champion in IPW history. After an exhausting match with the big men, Mondo and Max were able to pick up a surprising victory, moving them to the finals. The finals were supposed to take place at Defiance, but House Bison challenged Max and Mondo to settle it right here, right now. Despite not even getting a breather, Max and Mondo accepted the challenge. In a true feel-good moment, Max Morrison and Mondo Real defeated House Bison to become the new IPW Tag Team Champions. At attrition in early March, the Honey Badger, Lil Missy, interfered in Thunder Kitty LaFleur's title match against Stella Bujo and accidentally cost LaFleur the match. Thunder Kitty had a chance at payback. It looks like running with the GIP has helped Missy develop some tricks because she was able to beat the crafty veteran LaFleur and become the official #1 contender for the Women's Championship. Stella Bujo has let her emotions get to her a bit as she has asked for the title match to be rushed to this weekend at Defiance. As a fighting champion, Stella has taken on all comers and has earned herself a few bumps and bruises that need to be rested. Nonetheless, Bujo has chosen to refuse her remaining vacation days and defend her title against Lil Missy this weekend at Defiance. We were originally scheduled to see a four-way Iron Man match with TDG defending the Michiana Championship against Big Jorge, Anderson Knight, and Hype Jimmy Shalwin. However, TDG was involved in an auto accident that left him with an injury that required immediate surgery. I am glad to inform you that he is okay, but he won't be able to compete for a little while. The show must go on, and this match became a three-way Iron Man match for the interim Michiana Championship. The GIP members began mugging Jimmy Shalwin, but over 30 minutes we knew that Anderson Knight and Big Jorge would eventually lock horns, and it actually happened sooner than expected. The key moment in the match took place when Anderson put Hype in a position for Jorge to blast Hype with a kendo stick. But in holding Shalwin in place, Knight left himself vulnerable, and Jorge swung for the fences, cracking his own GIP stablemate in the head with the kendo stick. Jimmy Shalwin pulled ahead and played cat and mouse as GIP watched the clock count down to 0 in horror as they had both blown their opportunity as Jimmy Shalwin would become the new interim IPW Michiana champion. Real Hype to the max embraced together in the ring as all three members became champions in IPW all in the same night. It was finally time for the sadistic barbed wire match. Josh Raymond took on Jeff King in one of the most gruesome fights we have ever witnessed in IPW. An absolute bloodbath. These men sliced each other to pieces all over the ring. Josh Raymond would eventually take control, tying Jeff King in the barbed wire and moving to a position to finish the match. Just when Raymond turned his back, Terry Van Avery slid into the ring. Terry Van Avery has been waiting for this moment to get revenge on Josh Raymond for nearly a year, and it was finally time to take his shot. Van Avery super kicked Josh Raymond's head into the cheap seats, and Jeff King picked up the win, putting a cap on one of the wildest nights IPW has ever seen. That concludes this edition of The Insider. Join us in downtown Grand Rapids at the 4-Star Theater on Sunday, April 21st as IPW presents Defiance.